Well, good evening, afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of this fine podcast known as the Jimmy Palumbo Show, show number 241. 241. Roel and Live, number 41. Anybody knows that movie? Send me $1. And behind the glass, your friend and mine, he got to bed nice and early last night. Mr. Dave Sturcio. Sturcio, how are we doing this morning?
Oh, I don't know. I got home late after the Cowboys abomination, and I sat on my couch. I didn't put on the TV. I sat there in silence for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And Steph comes down and she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm sitting here. She's like, are you okay? Like, I was like, look at the scoreboard. Am I okay? You know, I was in a rare form last night of being not so much disappointed. Yeah, I guess disappointed is the word. Just let down. You know, like there's so much swirling, and Jerry Jones can't help himself. He's on the show saying, we made a trade. I can't wait to announce it, but I can't tell you who. Just wait to win tonight. And then they come out and they're flat. They stink. The defense, dude, Jimmy, you and I can cover the gaps better than half the guys they have on that team right now. It's awful.
Maybe the Rutgers secondary will join the Cowboys next year.
It's brutal.
I got to tell you, I watched a pretty decent amount of that game yesterday, and I was like, I got to bring this up on the podcast with Dave. I know you're a Cowboy fan. I get it. And I'm a Giant. I think the Cowboys, they stink, bro. And you know what it is too? The Jerry Jones thing was just another thing to go like. But they stink in a different way. And I want to ask you this because you'll know more about this than I do. I know they're the most popular team in the country, okay?
Sure.
But they have done nothing for so long. I have to think that, say there was 1 million Cowboy fans, right? I have to think jersey sales, television rate, like the Cowboy fanship, like they must have lost fans. I don't know if you know, because or in other words, if you're from Philly, you're an Eagle fan. If you're from the Tri-State area, you're a Giant fan, Jet fan. You're from Atlanta, you're a Falcon fan, right? But the Cowboys have a different thing. They have like more of I don't want to say global. That's horseshit. Everybody's global. I'm talking about they have like a more of a national fan base, right?
Sure.
But you have to. Their fan base, is it going up? I don't know how.
No. So what I've realized over time, because I live on Twitter as far as Cowboys. That's where all. Like I have 6,700 followers, 6,800 followers. I would say 95% of them are Cowboys fans, right? So like that's how I get a lot of my content, blah, blah, blah. I would say that we are all now in a mindset of this is comedic, you know, like this right. kind of shit. And it starts at the top, and we talk about Jerry Jones till we're blue in the face, but just watch the pregame alone, right? But here's Jimmy, this is where it all started. During the pregame, first of all, God bless America, you have the biggest flag that you've ever seen from end zone to end zone, right? But right in the middle of the flag, Jerry Jones is right behind the guy doing the sax or whatever he was doing, a trombone or whatever. And then you look at Dak Prescott on the sidelines, and who's next to him? George W. Bush. Why is all this shit needed? Right? Everything is so polarized. And like you just alluded to, it's been 30 years, not since a championship, since they've been to an NFC title game. Like I would have much rather lost 4 or 5 NFC title games in the last 30 years,
right?
To not get there. The jersey sales, all this shit is being dialed up. They make a trade today for Logan Wilson, and I'm like,
and by the way, he stinks.
Well, no, he doesn't stink. He's coming. No, he doesn't stink. No, he doesn't start because they were preserving him to trade him. Right? They didn't want to get him hurt. There was the only piece of value that they had. I'm dead serious. I'm not fucking. I'm not joking. Like this is why they held him off onto the bench. But here's the thing: you traded for a middle linebacker. Do we need a middle linebacker? Absolutely need a middle linebacker. Where should we get one from? The 31st ranked defense in the NFL.
Right.
None of this makes sense. I mean, we got him for a 7th rounder, so it's basically free. But like none of this makes any sense to me, and it's maddening. And that's where I think I was more upset last night, because it's one thing to lose, and I get it. But like you look around the league, you're losing to guys like Jacoby Brissett
Dude, and the Cardinals stink, bro.
They 5 games in a row. They're
They
getting
stink. I think that
Dallas in prime time for the world to see.
yeah, and they just look. And to me, you know who? Listen, I know he'll never leave the Cowboys, but to me, Dak Prescott looked like get me out.
He's
of
a POW. He's a POW. He's a prisoner of war. Like he goes to bat and he puts on his cape as much as he possibly can. You can only do so much. And you know what's crazy is right in the pregame, they're like, well, the Cowboys got a Super Bowl offense and a first round and a first overall pick defense. Where did the Super Bowl offense go last night?
Listen,
non-existent.
I also saw a couple of plays, and you know, I've always said CeeDee Lamb. I think he's one of the before he got hurt was the best receiver in the league. But he looks to me like he's quitting on. I don't know. I hate when there's something about him. I think him and Dak Prescott are like, what are we? We're blowing it here.
You're never gonna hear like a star player say like, yeah, you know, if it was only for the defense, get it like the Bengals the other day when they lost to the Bears. 2 of their star offensive players were like, yeah, if we could have just gotten one stop defense, like literally falling out there. You can't do that. Dak Prescott won't do that. CeeDee Lamb won't do that.
Listen,
Coach won't do that. It's not going to happen.
I want, you know, I was going to talk about this later, the Cowboys, but to me, I just happened to be sitting on the couch yesterday watching, and I'm like, this is, and you know what? I don't think because Jerry Jones is going to die eventually. Do you think there's a pot? You know what? I'll make a bold statement. Classic Jimmy Palumbo Show bold statement. I think the son of Jerry Jones, he can't do worse.
I can tell you right now, he is a spitting image of his father. So yes, he can. So
I don't think they can. I think they make.
It seems to me that over the all right. So this all started in 2014. The shift of power started in 2014 when you know and I know the Cowboys and Jerry Jones were all in on Johnny Manziel. Right. And they're like, we're going to draft this guy. Romo's getting older. Here we go. We're going to get the future of this quarterback. And then Steven, his son, said, no. You need to draft and get a better offensive line, or no matter who we have at quarterback, it's not going to matter. So they went and got Zach Martin, who's going to walk into Canton. Right. So like that's where it started. And now it's like they always talking about the salary cap. And to me, Jimmy, the salary cap is the biggest myth of all time. Like there's never, you're never going to see, like every year the Saints going into the offseason are in the red according to like all the salary cap websites, but then they're like, this guy agreed to terms with the Saints, and you're like, how?
Right.
Like this
makes sense. But I think I don't know about salary cap. I'll tell you one thing, like the New York Giants, another bad, you know what? I'm saying this publicly. Well, I think I have already. They're a bad franchise. The Giants are a bad franchise, man. I'm telling you, they're a bad franchise now. They made a bad stadium. They couldn't come to terms with the Jets. They don't get along with the Jets. They share the stadium. They're a bad franchise. They need a wide receiver. They have for months now. They didn't get him. Anyway, we're going to talk about the Giants in a second. I knew you. I wasn't sure if you were going to be like, you're a Giant fan, Jimmy. But the Cowboys are a mess right now.
They're a mess, and like I said, bro, it's like
anyway. Well,
the worst part is, Jimmy. The worst part is you know, you either join the delusion train or you come to your senses. Like last night after a loss, I'm in my head. I'm like, all right, well, there's. How many games left? 7, 9. You gotta. So the Cowboys got to run the table to get to the playoff. Okay, so that's not happening, right? Like, you got guys out there like, well, 2018 they had the same record and they made a trade and then they went on this run. I said, dude,
I'm telling you right now,
I'm out there playing defense for the Cowboys, bro. Like we're the worst.
Listen to me. Another prediction: that linebacker you just picked up he'll be like Thibodeau and Carter.
Yeah.
He's just gonna blend into shit.
Anyway, is he the best linebacker on the team right now? You're damn right he is, but on a bad team. So
they're a mess. They're a mess. They just are. Anyway, well, this is show number 241 here. Now that I got Dave Sturcho calmed down.
Oh yeah.
You know what it is? They're not gonna lose a fan like you, but you got 2 kids. They're about to get busy with life. I know you're still gonna watch them, but they're not gonna lose you. But like, you know, almost let me put it this way: the Cowboys are in that area. If they keep this up for more years, Jimmy, where like Miles may not be as big a Cowboy fan as you and your dad.
Jimmy, let it be known that I didn't spend. My father and my brother treated me for my 40th birthday. They dropped over $2,000 for us to go watch this team play the Las Vegas Raiders in 2 weeks, and we got to go. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, yes, can I turn Vegas into a good time regardless?
Yes, you can, bro.
But like, and
You'll be all right.
I sure as shit won't be relying on the Cowboys to make that trip good.
I feel bad for Joe Covino. He's not selling jerseys.
Oh, Joe's got to be struggling too, man. And you know what? Public enemy number one is me, because he's like, I got this Dat Win signed jersey. And I'm like, yeah, of course, I'll take it. You know, like Dat Win. Guys, first Vietnamese player, and nobody ever heard of him again. So yes, I'm that guy.
Yes, well, you're a big fan, and that's not going to go anywhere. But you run the risk of like where Miles may not have that fervor that you and your dad have, because your dad got it from the Staubach days, and what's his name after Staubach? Can't think of his name. Oh my God, quarterback Aikman. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's how that goes. But this is show number 41. Juta Ben-Hur. Miguel Andujar, Tom Seaver, Jake Gibbs, Sterling Hitchcock. Venditti is now firmly off the road.
Sterling Hitchcock, wow.
And of course, Cliff Johnson again. And I will play this video. Maybe next week I'll get you the YouTube video. It's called "But Not Cliff Johnson." If you don't think that is the top
you
five,
told me, I watched it. And it was very
good. It's the funniest. And for any YouTube creator out there, okay, once you watch that video, you go like, oh, well, I can't do anything nearly as funny as that is. Check that out. But Cliff Johnson, also Bo Matthews. I'm saying that for my cousin Joey, because the Giants used to run sweeps to Bo Matthews, which would be like running a sweep to Dave Sturcio. It took him an hour to get. He would run, everything moved, but it was 2nd and 10. Charlie Waters, Cowboy. The only reason why I know he's number 41, because you always see the back of his jersey with another receiver in the end zone, him on coverage. I think he's another overrated Cowboy, but that's another story. Terrence Newman getting involved here. Keith Byers, the running back.
Keith Byers, that's a Dolphin, right?
Yeah. And also, my dad built this house, Phil Filippiano. And of course, just for Venditti, NBA's Wes Unseld, which the Unseld family doesn't even talk about Wes Unseld anymore. So that's number 41 show where we've done 241 of the. You know what? We really don't miss it. I know we talk about this, but like, I mean, you got a schedule. I of course got a schedule. We really don't miss. We move it sometimes back of day or ahead of day, but we pretty much.
I'll tell you right now, in 2 weeks, the show's going to be on Thursday more than likely. Just so everybody's clear.
Well, we really haven't. I don't recall when's Was it? We did this 1 week.
I think there might have been a week early on that we shifted something. But you've been pretty. Listen, in the world of podcasting, consistency is key, and we've been doing this since 2021. So,
and
God, how defeating is that?
I know, it's awful, and the numbers are going up.
Yes, I'm not lying to you. Go look them up.
And which brings me to my baseball court segment. And this guy, good evening, everybody. Here we go. Dave Sturcio's favorite part of the show, Jim Corsi. Otherwise known as Fat Bastard on the Oakland A's. 10 years in the league. A righty. He's a kind of a chungaloon guy. 22-24 overall. 3.25 ERA. Pitched in 368 games. Played with Oakland, Houston, Florida. Back to Oakland, Boston, and Baltimore. His best year was 92. He had an ERA of 1.43 in 32 games. Made the playoffs 92 and 98. And in the playoffs, he pitched 5 innings. I think this is weird, but maybe it's not. 5 innings in playoffs, no earned runs. Usually like relievers somewhere low, like get belted.
Put him in the hall.
He's in the hall. He was a Yankee 25th round draft pick, which we mock out the NFL. Major League Baseball 25th round cracks me up.
I'll never understand the Major League Baseball draft.
No, but anybody, listen to me, a public announcement.
They're out there. I know what you're going to say. They're out there.
Anybody who follows Major League Baseball draft, there's a special place. Like when you're 80, there's a home. You go there and you just, because like I actually one time when the Major League Baseball draft happened, I somehow on my Facebook, somebody said like, nah, listen, Cleveland did well in the draft. And I'm like, I can't do this. It's like
they're taking guys that are currently like, they just drafted Justin Smith. Right now, Justin Smith is enjoying lunch as an 11th grader. And it's like what? Wait,
oh my God, it's so awful. You can't do it. They should just. It should be a private event, don't you think? Like
the fact that I don't even think they televise it anymore.
No,
If they do, it's insanely not watched.
Me and my brother laugh about that all the time. It should be the owners should get together like at a bad Holiday Inn on Route 17 and go, all right, guys, who do you got? Just name.
Or we go to the Hooters on Route 18 before Rutgers. We're all just sitting around like, hey, did you hear about Jimmy Smith? Yeah, no. When they get him, a bargain. 33rd round.
What do they do? Sit around and go like, hey, who do you like? That's the guy. He pitches in Florida because even the first pick sometimes they don't get past 8. Anyway, that's you know what you know what we're gonna do.
Great.
When is we're gonna dedicate.
Should we do a live coverage?
We're gonna do something because it will just be like, you know, we'll do fake analysis like, oh, Bill Jones, a righty out of Portland.
Big right.
Oh, it's awful. Anyway,
reaches 97 on the gun consistently. Yeah. Oh my God.
We talked to a couple of scouts last week. Like, oh God, it's awful.
Tyson Hogan drafted for a player to be named later and a gift
card. That's it. Starbucks. So Jim Corsi was a Boston guy, and I only found 2 funny things that I found about him. He used to bring a shot put and work out his shoulder. He had like shoulder issues, just like he lost a whole year doing this, that, and everything. And he was a little heavy. He was chunky, this guy. And somebody busted his balls, and he whipped the shot put into the outfield and went through the wall. And no one gave him shit after that.
Wow.
And so that made one of the stories I read. He also was a studio analyst for New England Sports Network, ran a construction biz, 4 kids. Funny thing happened to him with the reason why he signed with the Red Sox. He got a letter saying you're re-signed. Okay, this is like when you got mail. Think about how funny.
Congratulations.
He was at home. He got a letter. Dad answered it, and so he drove down to Florida. He gets to Florida. His dad calls him when he's there and says, "Dude, I just got another letter. You didn't get re-signed. Like you're cut." He calls up the Red Sox. This could never happen today. He's like, "Hey, no, I'm down here already." And they were like, all right. Because he was already in Florida, he ended up playing for the Red Sox for 3 years. Cracks me up. Unfortunately, though, sadly, in 2022, Jim Corsi passed away of colon cancer, and he was a big advocate on video saying, guys, I waited, get a colonoscopy. I'd still be, I wouldn't be in this predicament. So Jimmy Palumbo, who gets a colonoscopy every year for the last 10 years.
I have not dove down that.
I think 40s when I think they lowered it. It used to be 50. It might be 40. Dude, you know what? Get it done.
Not for nothing. I just
get it done.
It's not a slow news day because obviously it's the NFL trade deadline day. But I just read a story off to the right here, reported by Bleacher Report. You're gonna like this because I think you can use this, and I don't even know what. Tom Brady has revealed that his current dog, Junie, is actually a clone of his late dog, Lua, who died in December of 2023. The dogs were cloned by the Colossal Biosciences, a biotech company that Brady is an investor in, using blood collected prior to Lua's death. He cloned his dog. What the fuck are we doing?
Is there anything likable about Tom Brady at this point?
At this point, what do we do? You die. Just imagine that. Jimmy, you know what? The Jimmy Palumbo Show was about to hit episode 400, but Jimmy's gone now. But because I had bio sets, all of a sudden, we got a new Jimmy Palumbo that's coming in. Not younger Jimmy, same age as almost death Jimmy, and he's back.
We are going to clone the Jimmy Palumbo Show and do another show at 2:00.
Oh my God.
He's such a creep, that guy.
What a weird fucking thing. It's your pet.
Listen, I love to make bad predictions on the show. I think between now and the next 10 years, a story's going to come out about Tom Brady. I don't know what. It's going to be like, how creepy can this guy get? He's something creepy about him.
Yeah. Cloning pets.
But yeah, so that's it for Jim Corsi. Now,
and Tom Brady's new dog.
Bottom line is, go get a colonoscopy. Dave, you should get one too. You got kids now. Come on. Patreon. In huge late breaking news from ESPN.com.
Hold on. What do we got?
We were struggling for a speed limit, but we are now doing the speed limit at 55.
Hey.
And let's see.
There we go. Where's my horn? Nope, that's not it. There it is. 55.
Let's play Guess the Family Member. Dave Stern Show, you're up
This is
first.
definitely a Tyson Hogan's cousin.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You'll get the home version of How to Guess Jimmy Palumbo's Patreon.
Damn.
The answer is, turns out Darryl Clark has 4 children, and he only had 3 on his Patreon. So now we have the entire family, including parents, getting involved here. So Cameron Clark is now 55, which means number 56. If I don't get an LT, I might do it myself.
If there's anybody out there who's not a part of this, if you're watching right now, which there's only a couple right now in the live, whatever. But if you're watching right now and you're not a member of either Jimmy's or Chop Sports Media's Patreon, get involved right now. There's no reason why you can't.
No reason why you can't support this show and be number 56. You'll be forever Lawrence Taylor, my favorite player of all time. Let's give a shout out to obviously Cameron Clark, his daughter. All 4 kids are in. And also shout out to Johnny Box, Shecky, my buddy Shecky, who's a big Dodgers fan. We're going to get to that in a second. Also, number 1 Patreon, Alex Detsena. I was out with him the other night. And that is that from my Patreon. Now, of course, everybody's body needs shit. And if you need shit, your body needs, you got to go to chasingmiracles.com here at Shea. Go to use the patches, get in touch with Tommy and Donna. They also got this new, which I got to get to you somehow, stuff called Trim, which is like a vitamin energy kind of drink, which is cool. You pour it in a glass of water, which I take every day here at Shea. It's shit your body needs. ChasingMiracles.com. Stem cell patches. They non-invasive, no needles. They put them right. I'm wearing one right in the back of my neck right now. And you should do that because it's good. They know what they're doing. They're nice people. They're fun. They've been fans of this show since day one and fans of mine for 100 years. She even managed me back in the day. So, ChasingMiracles.com. Go check it out. Now, well, let's talk about the Giants.
Well, it's trade deadline day. We know the Giants are not going to be active, but the Jets, the biggest splash of the day so far, Sauce Gardner traded to the Colts for 2 first-round picks. That's steep price to pay, but if you think you got the QB in place, Indiana Daniel Jones, like,
oh God,
listen, you got to go all in, man, and I think they're doing it. So,
what kills me? I mean, we've talked about this. Daniel Jones is first place Colts. Barkley,
he came back to reality a little bit this weekend. He wasn't great.
He threw 3 picks. And you know what? Even just to annoy my soul, like I know he doesn't play. But he's not like the Patriots are good this year. And who's their 3rd string quarterback? DeVito. Like you just like you can't. The Giants are just cursed. It's so bad. Around 11 times I've had someone come over to watch a Giant game. Okay, my condo here, and the Giants, they ruin gatherings. Like nobody should gather. You shouldn't gather for a Giant game. There's no anybody out there, do not go to a bar, watch it by yourself, tape it or watch it. You do go pumpkin picking. If your wife says mow the lawn, do it. If she says scrub the shower door, do it during a Giant game.
I was a tailgater for the 49ers Giants game Sunday. I went for my buddy's birthday. I was there for 5 hours drinking Jaeger bombs and shit.
Did you go in? You didn't go in, did you?
Fuck no. Because you know what the crazy part is, bro? And I swear to this had to be a Giants play as a fan. Like they're trying to collect their money back. Because it was, you go to these websites and you can find the knockdown big time because last minute you can't get it.
No, there's a lot of Niner fans in there.
Dude, one of my best friends brought his son to the tailgate. They didn't have tickets yet. And they're like, all right, we'll just wait until the 11th hour or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably the smart play. And then another buddy didn't have tickets. Bro, we went on the website. And there was nothing less than $300 tickets to the Giants 49ers game. So for a fact it's the Giant fan selling it to the 49er fan who wants to go. Bro, he just dropped with tax and fees and all this shit, $1,100 to go to a Giants 49ers game.
That's
more
awful.
Power to him for having the money, but he was like,
listen,
Dave, you in? I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? No.
And I gotta tell you, I think the Niners stink. The Niners stink.
Will, just so we're clear, that is the first Jaeger bomb that I had since Fox and Hound was around. So it's been a very long time. But I had about 4 or 5 of them, and I fucking paid for it. Trust me.
Yeah, that's but I gotta admit, I've been to Giant tailgates and didn't go to the game either. It started to snow a little bit. It was cold. We left. But we tailgated for 2.5 hours. The Giants, I'm concerned here. I'll tell you why. Everybody loves Dart, okay?
It's cool.
But like he's only had a short little. Do you know how many quarterbacks have been in Canton based on 5 games?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
And number
you
two,
could
he
help.
doesn't. The Giants didn't sign a wide receiver to help him out.
Right.
This guy Thibodeau, please go away.
He might be traded today.
Yeah,
We'll
he's
see.
a bust.
Got
And you know what?
couple
I'm
hours
sorry. I was all over this guy, Abdul Carter. You just don't hear his name.
Well, you don't hear anybody's name. The Giants are a
Thibodeau
bad team right now.
Thibodeau and how many tackles do you think Thibodeau and Carter had combined on Sunday?
Oh, I don't know.
Guess.
How many combined for who? Thibodeau and Carter?
Thibodeau and Carter.
7?
2.
Well,
no sacks.
I tried to be gracious.
They stink. And Theo Johnson, he would be the best tight end I think he would be better than Kelsey, except he can't catch the ball. And you're a tight end and you can't catch. That's like a kicker.
Unfortunately, that's part of the game where you have
is?
to be able to catch the ball. Yeah, it's a weird
Really? Are you sure
dynamic.
about that?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, so he stinks. This Dart thing, my biggest fear is that the Giants really tanked this season, which Dable they got to start over again. I'm sorry, Shane, you'll never recover from that HBO show. They got to move on from that. But I don't know, maybe Mara might be sick. Nobody knows. Do you make it?
He's sick. He's got cancer, man.
No, but I mean, we don't know what kind of level it is. Nobody knows. God bless him. I wish him well, but the Dable, Shane, that whole thing's got to go. They got to get away.
There's rumors. There's rumors that if you want to, they might fire Joe Shane, but their replacement might be the Miami Dolphins GM who just got fired. So
that's insanity.
Strong.
It's insane to me. I just think the Giants are bad.
They're broken.
They're a mess, and I'm tired of it. And they suck. Of course, on Saturdays, what I do is I generally watch about 7 hours of football. I watch a Giant game and a Rutgers game. Rutgers game. Let's talk about this. Wow.
No, I mean, is there much to talk about other than the fact that they suck?
They stink. They're very people on the Facebook pages, they hate me because I'm just like, every team is firing their head coach. Oh, so-and-so got fired today with a record of 52-7. He's gone. Another guy gets fired. His record was 160. And, of course, Shiano at 95-105, 17 years. Dave, Shiano's been coaching since, like, the Cowboys last won the fucking the Super Bowl. This guy's got to go. It's over, man. Like, it's over. He's got to go. When
you don't have.
I don't want to hear about.
This is the same shit I watched last night with the Cowboys. No. It's not NIL. When the current team that's on the field right now doesn't show any fight, that starts at your leader. That starts at your head coach. There's no fight in the Rutgers Knights, bro.
I think Rutgers does play hard. That makes it worse.
I don't see it. I watched that Illinois game, man.
If I have to watch one more, when a team gets to the 5-yard line and the tight end does a curl into the end zone, there's not another player within 20 yards of him.
Welcome to Dallas Cowboys football.
It's awful. The guys are bumping into each other. They don't know how to. They're not running practices right. This is all on Shiano. He's got to go. The whole thing.
They have to make a move. I don't know what his buyout is or whatever, but like, it just doesn't seem like. It doesn't seem like they're going to add this NIL stuff. Like, it doesn't look like. I said this once to you before. What is, and you rebutted with Shiano as an answer, but what is the allure to go play for Rutgers right now?
None.
What is it? There's no atmosphere. I've been to the home games. There's nothing. And like, even if you were to say, "Hey, I got a ticket for you from Maryland," I don't want to go. You know, like
I might have a ticket for you from Maryland.
I don't want to go. I got to pause this podcast at the studio all day. But like, I just wouldn't go. Like, there's nothing. There's no allure to it. There's no like, ooh, gotta go play there because of the history or the lineage or the coach or whatever. There's nothing.
Rutgers is a September program. We do. September's our month, right after
Because
September.
we're always
everything goes-
excited in September for the last 4
But you know what?
years.
Listen, the NIL situation at Rutgers has hurt them very badly.
Mhm.
But they finally have a university system in place. The new AD, the new president, there's a new system in place. And I think money will come.
I don't think.
However, another guy has to do it. His press conference, he looked like a guy like someone stole his lunch. I'm so tired. We got to do a better job of coaching. I'm just tired. They're 4-5. Their quarterback is a senior, and we're supposed to play this guy Serace. I love Ethan Kalakamakis, but I think when you're going to play the kid for next year, you got to get him in games now. Mm-hmm. It's over. It's over. They're going to finish. They're going to get smoked by Maryland on Saturday. They're going to finish 4-8. Penn State's going to beat them. They're better anyway, even with the mess they're in.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter at this point.
They're going to finish 4-8. It's awful. I'm down on Rutgers, but of course, tomorrow night, Rutgers Scarlet Knights take the court. Opening day here at the Rack, the Jersey Mike's Arena. Rutgers.
That I want to go tomorrow. See.
If my daughter doesn't go, you may very well be joining me there. I got to get you to a game. My brother's seats. I sit in his seats. You're on the court.
I'm going to be Ari Gold if somebody tells me to sit down. But like, dude, I'll go out there and launch a 3.
No, that's the thing though. You can't. You can't be.
I can't be a fan. I know.
No, you can't. Not with these seats.
Oh man, so it's not going to be any fun. So
yes, it will.
What's the allure? Like, what's the allure? To go and be like, ooh, I'm close.
Well, yeah, but you can't.
No, I want people to hear me. Like, I know. Go guard somebody. Go hit a 3. You can't hit the broadside of a barn.
Let me put it this way. The people that sit around me there, they much prefer when my brother's at the game. A little more corporate, a little more inside. I lose my mind during the games, but you'll see when you sit there.
It's great because then they'll be like, they're gonna give him a little nod, wink, like, hey, the guy that brought with the Cowboys hat, he's not allowed back. Wow, don't bring him back.
Don't bring him back. But Rutgers plays Ryder, another powerhouse tomorrow. Rutgers. Here's my prediction on Rutgers basketball. We'll bring on Ed Zucker next week, maybe. Rutgers is going to open up the season 5-0.
Saw that, Tyson.
And we will finish with 12 wins. Harper's out. Bailey. I was going to talk about Ace Bailey. Listen, Ace Bailey plays 17 minutes a game. He averages 4.6 points. Harper averages 23 minutes a game. He averages 14 points a game.
He'll be out for a while.
He'll be out for a while, which he was out for us for a while. And I'm wrong about them. They're starting them. They don't start, but they play a lot in the NBA. But let's see how this plays out. I think 2 years from now, we're going to be. Remember that guy used to. No, Harper looks like he's playing just fine.
Well, all right, bro. So preseason polls or whatever, they're not looking at Rutgers as like a contender.
We're predicted to finish 17th out of 18 with Penn State below us. Yeah, welcome to the show. So Rutgers hoops, but I think this year the Rutgers is going to be more fun to watch. I think they're going to be a lot.
We're going to suck, but we'll be in it.
Yeah, we won't be like last year, which we had these like 2 guys who everyone's like, oh my God, Harper and Bailey. We're down by 12. Harper and Bailey. We're down by 17. Harper and Bailey. They cut it to 7. We lose by 19. Harper and Bailey. Hey, we suck. This time I'm going to be no clapping for anybody. Oh, there's a guy. There's another guy, but we're going to be more fun to watch.
Can we talk about the better basketball team in the tri-state area right now?
No, we're going to get to that in a second. But what we do have to get to is probably the greatest World Series you and I have witnessed.
I'm still recovering. I got my team together at the end of the night, and I said, guys, you did all you could, and they looked at me and they said, Skip, why are you wearing a Yankee hat? I'm like, well, it is what it is.
The World Series was awesome. It really was. It was wild. The home run to tie it, the 18-inning game.
I'm like cockeyed in Game 7. I'm like, all right, it says, and the Blue Jays are 6 outs away, and I was like, all right, I'm going to sleep. Fuck it, I can't watch this shit.
Oh, I had to watch it. It was one of the best World Series of all time.
Yeah, I did the best I could. I made all the managerial decisions I could, but I just couldn't get it done.
I thought it was. Listen, Ohtani and it just was a great series. But I will tell you. Have you been watching the videos about Kiner Falefa leading off third?
Mm-mm.
Okay. When you get done with the show, I want you to Google this. Kiner Falefa's lead off of third World Series. Look at the video. They have videos. Dude, the third baseman was 5 feet off the bag.
Okay.
And Kiner Falef's lead at third was as if you were running. Like, I don't want to go like, a foot off the bag. It was the shortest lead I've ever seen.
Well, he's got to protect, I guess.
Protect what?
I don't
There
know.
was no. It was a terrible play. Ex-Yankees. It was horrible.
And that's why it's even more horrible because we all used to love him.
He should have. It's just the whole. Anyway, the series was great. I was rooting for injuries. I don't like either team, but I started to root for Toronto. You know why? Because there's like a bunch of guys that nobody cares about. And when that fat bastard got up, every softball player in America was rooting for that guy Kurt to get a base hit there to win it. But he grounds into a double play at the end of the game. But you put the winning run on base there, whatever. That was wild stuff going on. But it was a great series. The Knicks, dude, first of all, October basketball is the most. Why am I now? I'm flickering. Is that me?
Yeah.
That's weird. October basketball in the NBA is it's really unwatchable. It really is, because I watched 3 games in a row and I'm like, why did Thibodeau? I still don't know why Thibodeau got fired. And this is new coach.
What do you talk? See, this is why I can't talk Knicks with you, because it's like you're seeing exactly why he got fired.
Do you really think this guy Mike Brown, man? The Knicks aren't going anywhere.
You're just a hater for no reason.
I'll make you a bet.
I understand. Listen, you're programmed to root for losers, and I understand that. The Giants have sucked.
It could be.
The Yankees haven't done shit.
Okay.
I get it. But like, you have to understand something.
And by the way, you're just as programmed.
No, because I actually have optimism about the Knicks this year. You're talking about I'm not going to do anything in 7 games into an 82-game season.
I say last year the Knicks have a better season last year than they do this year.
It's too early for me to even say that. So you're just making a bold prediction out of your ass.
I just know, because the Knicks lost when did the Knicks lose last year?
Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah. You think the Knicks are going to make the Eastern Conference Finals this year?
Just based off the landscape of the Eastern Conference with all the injuries and shit? Yeah, I think they can. I think they got a good shot.
Nah, it's not going to happen.
Okay.
I think the Knicks.
Also, like I said, there's 7.
It's October.
7 games deep.
I know, but I just
win the first 2, drop the next 3, win the next 2.
I can't take the Knicks. First of all, October, you can't watch basketball in October. But hockey, by the way, hockey,
you can't, bro. The hell you can when you have a piss poor fucking Dallas Cowboys team.
Can't
no more
watch it.
baseball. I'm watching all the Knicks. In fact, my
all-
daughter the other day, ready? I'm watching something completely random, and I don't know what I was watching, but it must have been like one of those, fantasy football shows or whatever, right? And I'm watching it, and she comes up to me and goes, Daddy, when did the Knicks play again? And I said, tomorrow. Why? She goes, I really want to watch them. And I was like, oh my God, I might cry and I might get excited. And I'm like, you're starting to like a sport? Like, this is like, then she goes, explain football to me. And I'm like, how much fucking time you got?
So
basketball is probably the easiest sport to explain to a kid. Get the ball, there's certain things, obviously, but like, hey, that's 2 points. Hey, that's 3 points. I said, Stella, what's that? She goes, that's a free throw. I'm like, that's my girl. You know what I mean?
I think making your daughter a Cowboy fan and a Knicks fan, if I called child services,
is malpractice.
I might call them and say, I should text your wife and say, hey, is everything okay at home? Because you're making your kids.
I can answer that. No, it's not.
You're making your kid an October NBA Knicks fan. You know what? I'm gonna text your daughter and say it's 7 games in, and Thibodeau shouldn't have got fired. And I think Thibodeau on the Giants is the Thibodeau on the Knicks. I think Thibodeau, the coach Thibodeau, should play on the Giants, and we'd get just as many tackles. Okay. Please, it makes me crazy. But anyway, bottom line is, if your eyes suck like mine do. You got to go to Absolute Eyewear, 42 Main Street in Woodbridge, New Jersey, 732-326.
Eyes.
There you go, 3937. That is 732-326-3937. Craig and Jaybird Michaud. He actually watched the Beer League pilot and loved it. We're going to get more on that in a second. They got everything there. Charles Oakley hangs out with them and drinks beer. And you get $100 off a complete pair if you mention anything to do with the show, Search Show, me, Chop Sports, the Knicks, Rangers, how Thibodeau sucks on the Giants. And I think Janine went to the game on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. So she probably had a terrible time. Good time before the game and a bad time during the game. That's the Rutgers mantra. Never lose the tailgate. But go to Absolute Eyewear 42 Main Street. The best place to get glasses and all your needs. But they sponsor the NFL Stinks List.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time Dave gets to the thing, waiting. Oh my God! You'll never be on.
I did. Hold on.
You'll never be on
I changed
Broadway
my voice.
missing those cues.
Dude, the voice things on this thing are wild. Oh, there's the rim shot. Go ahead.
There's the rim
shot. It's Buttons Day here.
It's Buttons Day here at Shea. We're going back to the 70s in terms of technology on the show. The cues, my God. Well, listen, the Stinks List is very interesting. So we have the New England Patriots as very good. God,
first place Pats.
Buffalo Bills just as good.
They beat the Chiefs, and you're not going to give them a very good?
No, I watched a little bit. They stink too. I gave them a good. I kept the same. Miami Dolphins and the Jets. You stink. I couldn't give the Jets anything because they had a bye.
No, they have 2 first-round picks next year, so that's interesting.
Yeah,
said no one ever.
And Sauce was having such a good year, right?
It's intern producer day here at Show. Shut
up, Will the Thrill. Pittsburgh Steelers, you're average. The Ravens, you're average. Cincinnati Bengals, you stink. The Cleveland Browns stink. Indianapolis Colts, sorry, had to drop you from VG down to good. Danny Jones came back down to earth a little bit. Jacksonville Jaguars, you're average. That's the Raider game, but you stop it. Houston Texans, average. Tennessee Titans, atrocious. The Denver Broncos, I know they're 7-2. I'm still sticking with good till further notice. The Los Angeles Chargers, good. Kansas City Chiefs, average. And I'm telling you right now, the Chiefs are. It's not happening this year. And Vegas Raiders, of course, you stink. The Philadelphia Eagles, well, I had to keep you at good. Why not? And listen, I think the Cowboys stink. I think the Commanders stink. I think the Giants stink. Giants are 2-7. The Giants are 2-7. Like they have a shot for the first pick. Oh my God.
You know what's crazy? I'm reading this now real quick. Sauce Gardner went to sleep last night 1-7, woke up 7-2. How fucking crazy is that?
And he keeps the same money. So what does he?
He's got to be happy as a pig and shit right now.
Get out of there, the whole thing. So now the NFC North, also done by Tyson Hogan, Patreon master of the skies. He has the Green Bay Packers as stink. I have him as average.
What?
He has them at stink.
All right, come on. Don't be an idiot. I mean, yeah, they lost a bad game.
That's not bad. You know what?
It is a bad loss. I understand, but come on. I mean, they're going to be fine.
This is why I appreciate Tyson Hogan. I wanted to give him the stink because they should. When you lose a game like that, you stink. I didn't have the balls. Tyson did, so I agree with him. But I went with average. Detroit Lions, we both have average. Chicago Bears, we have as good because of your running back. Who's your running back? Manungai.
Starting lineup on my fantasy team, and I still lost by a half point.
By the way, so did I. I have Manungai. I
lost by a half a point.
No, and I had the quarterback on Sunday night. I needed one 10-yard pass, and I won against my game, and I lost.
Check it out. I needed a catch out of Ferguson from the second half on. One more catch. Couldn't do it. And I was like, this is the worst beat I've ever had.
This is my fantasy's terrible.
That's horrible.
Thing.
I was like, I'm benching all my players. Like I'm penalizing them. Like you're all benched.
Yeah, I know.
Trillionaires, but
I don't get. I do it because my family. I stink. My fantasy team is on the stinks list. We stink.
Horrific. Your fantasy team is
awful. But I got Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's very good. And so does Daryl Clark. Also has them at very good. This is the second week in a row where me and Daryl are all the same. We both have the Panthers as average. We both have the Atlanta Falcons as stink. And we both have the New Orleans Saints as atrocious day here. And, of course, their one win came against who?
Who's that?
The football Giants. Switching to the NFC West, Seattle Seahawks, good. Rams, good. 49ers, average. I almost gave him a stink just because the Giants stink so bad that it's like the stench blew across the field. And the Arizona Cardinals I have as average, but I did it because they won a game last night. Again, they're 3-5. They stink too, but I gave them an average. So we have 2 atrocious, 9 stinks, 11 averages, 8 goods, and 2 very goods. I can't believe I have 8 goods. That's I'm very, very weird.
Atrocious.
Also, now another thing, and I don't know. Okay, one of my Patreon members, Jeff Fulgioni, who you met down at when we had the screening.
Okay.
For Beer League, the first pilot we did.
I met so many people. I mean, the line was out the door, and everybody wanted my autograph and shit.
He's been telling me as a Red Sox fan, and New England fan, that this whole Mattingly curse thing. Have you done a deep dive on this? I really haven't. But
I mean, he hasn't.
Well,
what do you mean, like we're cursed?
Well, first of all, like
Mattingly's cursed.
He retired in '95.
Right.
And against the Mariners in the playoffs final games there, he had 417, but they
he had a great series.
Okay, he had a great series. And 1997, they retired Mattingly's number. But after he retired, the Yankees won like 4 championships in 5 years. I know it's Jeter, but still, it's weird. He was the hitting coach for the Yankees from 2004 to 2006, and we lost in the ALCS in 7, up 3-0. And in 2005, they lost in the ALDS in 5.
Hitting coach that year?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
He was a bench coach for the Yankees for 2006 and 2007, and they lost in the LDS. 2007, they lost in the LDS.
Why is this not? I don't remember anything.
I know. Neither did I. Let's see. He was the coach of the Dodgers from 2011. Now, in 2015, we'll go back. No, we'll go forward. 2011, as a manager, missed the playoffs. 2012, missed the playoffs. 2013, lost in the NAL and National League Championship Series. 2014, he lost in the divisional series. In 2015, with, by the way, 92 wins, 94 wins, like good teams going in, they got beat. And he lost in the divisional series his last year. He goes to Marlins, missed playoff, loses in the NLDS, and the last 4 years, missed playoff. So there's people out there that say he's like the new Babe Ruth of getting cursed by losing series they're favored in. And poor Mattingly was 90 feet away from winning his first series as a player or coach. And they said, do you think there's anything to that, or what do you think about that? Is that just pushing it a little bit?
I think it's pushing it a little bit, but
I mean, he did retire and they won 4 out of 5 championships.
Oh, I get that part. It was just like, you want to talk about being cursed. I mean, the guy had chronic back issues, and that's why he never got to experience what
he could be the new Chicago goat with the goat sheep. What was the thing with the Cubs curse?
Oh, I don't know, but I just remember the jerk off who caught the foul ball. What the hell is his name? I forget the guy's name.
Forget his name already. Yeah. Bart
Barkley? Was it
Bart Simpson?
Bart, yeah. Somebody jump in the comments of what they was. But yeah, that was, oh my God. Do you remember that shit? That was insanity.
It was awful. And I was sitting with my buddy Mark DiCarlo, huge Cub fan. And when that happened, I made a joke like, here we go. And then they got like 55 hits in a row. But of course, Dave, I'm guessing due to Halloween, your kids, Cowboys losing, that your carpets.
Steve Bartman, there it is.
Steve Bartman. I'm guessing that your carpets might be filthy. So.
Yeah, even had a 4th birthday party for my son over the weekend.
Birthday party, and you know what you got to do? It's time to call Oxy Magic USA. Do the finger point to the guy.
Sorry. Yep,
there you go. Oxy Magic USA, OXY, magicusa.com. Everything dries in about 3 to 4 hours. They got the green seal, EPA Safer Choices, certified green. The guy is so great that comes to your house. They got 80 locations nationwide. Give them a call. They're great. I'm friends with Tommy or Tom and Natalie. I don't call him. He's not a Tommy. I call him Tommy. He gets pissed. Tom and Natalie DeMeo own the company. And of course, they're still offering 0% financing for any new location owners, of which speed dial, me and Dave are
getting there. One more bad Cowboys loss. Yeah. I'm fucking open up shop.
We are live from the Smith house here. Dave Sturgeon.
You know what it is? I was actually going over this right before the show.
What, your
I was like,
finances?
no. I was like, man, I desperately need. Like, I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. I have businesses. I run the studio. I got the wrestling, right? And I that's fine. That's business though. And then sports are my freaking life. I need a new outlet, and I don't know what the hell to do. Like, do I start hunting? Like, do I pick up golf?
Learn how to play the guitar?
Right. Do I like get an organ and just like start
unfortunately,
I need something, because if I keep relying on my sports teams to provide me week-long happiness, I'm gonna die soon.
Yes.
So that's not.
Well, by the way,
I felt ill last night. Driving home in silence, I felt sick. I was like, "Ooh, am I getting a cold?" No, it's just the Cowboys.
When they fumbled for the last time, you didn't have that little feeling like, "Oh, maybe we could come back." Did you? Did you have that?
Ooh.
When the game last night, when the final Cowboy fumble last night.
Dude, as soon as they went down 10-0, I was texting Brett and Keith Ernst. I said, "Hey, by the way, we're not winning this game." So I got, and of course, in typical Cowboy fashion, they hold you on for dear life, and then whatever.
I did stand up on Saturday.
Grab a wrench and a hot rod. I'm gonna become Tim the Toolman Taylor. There you go. I'll just start fixing cars.
By the way, you don't realize it yet, but your kids are entering the age where your little hobby is going to be your children. Like,
I'm cool with that. You want me to coach? I'll coach. Like, I need something else. Yes, because if not, I'm gonna spin right off the planet.
Coach your kids. I saw your videos there. Your dad bought Miles a glove. That was awesome.
They're ready to go.
And pretty soon you'll be screaming you're going to be the horrible coach.
I've seen it already with a brother-in-law of mine, and I'm just like, ugh.
You're going to be yelling on the sidelines, yelling at the refs. That'd be great. But I did stand up at Tommy Fox's in Bergenfield on Saturday. Shout out to John McCarthy and some other guys that were extras in Beer League. Breaking news.
Officials have issued a major warning of the U.S. airspace operations might be suspended if the federal government shutdown continues. I got a flight in 2 weeks. Like, can we not fucking do this? Like, what are we doing here?
I don't claim to understand the government.
I don't know what they're like. Oh, the government shut down. I'm like, all right, so why am I paying taxes still? Like,
I get mad. I get mad when a bar shuts down early. I don't know the government thing. It was fun to hang out at Tommy Fox's. I had a good set. I was a headliner. I just laugh. I got somebody. It's hard for me to. I'm about to say something really wrong. Okay.
Tread lightly. What do you got?
Okay. All right. If you're an actor out there, okay, and
what you are,
there's headshots. There's community theater. There's trying to get agents and managers. There's auditions. There's also something called background work where I did it. I did it maybe 5 or 6 times back in the day. I haven't done that in a while. But if you're doing background work and you're talking with other actors in the room, you can't say that you got to watch how you word things. In other words, I'm going to be on Elsbeth.
Okay.
This Thursday.
What network is that? CBS? Yeah.
CBS, which I probably should have done at the top of the show. Jimmy Palumbo will be on Elsbeth.
You have a speaking role or no?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's another thing. I always have speaking roles now.
All right. I don't fucking know.
The thing that bothers me is when someone talks about, I worked on this show, I worked on that show, I worked on this show, and I'm like, oh, all right, well, that's awesome. And then it's like background work. And I don't know. It's always been. I don't,
wait. Are they drinking a bottle of beer like this?
Yes. For anybody who's a fan of Beer League, the pilot. No, I just think you got to be if you want to background work is very important to a production, as you notice when we shot Beer League. Yeah. A good background people really makes the thing look nicer.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful when you're saying you're working on. If you work in background, just say, I'm doing some extra work to pay some bills. I'm learning the craft. That's awesome.
Sure.
When you start acting like you're De Niro, you got to watch that. I don't know why.
With background work?
Yeah, it's like you got to.
It's like, hey, I'm on the practice squad, by the way. It's like, cool,
no,
I guess.
no, it's like and I'm not demeaning background people at all. Please,
no, but there's a certain level of professionalism to also carry with the
in other words,
conversation.
I'll tell you what it's like. If you're the backup point guard on Rutgers basketball, and you're hanging out with Jordan, LeBron, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I don't know, and great players, okay? You don't hop in the conversation and going like, "Hey," like, no, you sit, you like you know, it's just a
It's
weird
calling
thing.
know your role, know your stay in your lane.
No,
That's
I
all.
don't.
Like,
I also don't. I also think it's
it's a cool. Here's the thing. It's a cool story. Like, this is actually good in a professional wrestling reference because it's cool that you can refer back to where you started. Meaning, there's guys there's guys that are world champions right now, and if you look back at their career, where did they start? Oh, he was just holding something in the background of this scene, and oh, by the way, now you're a fucking world champion. You're like, cool, very cool story.
All
if
cool
you're
stuff.
out there popping your chest out because you're a background guy right now, that's kind of weird.
Listen, remember this: any background actor is one audition for doing what I'm doing, and any series regular, I'm one audition for doing what they doing. I know that, but you got to watch. You got to watch how you word it. You come off as being. It doesn't sound right. It's like
pompous.
No, it's just like don't say what it is, you know, and you know, I did it and I enjoyed it actually.
So basically what you're saying is you had a conversation with an extra and you thought for sure he was like an Academy Award winner, and turns out he was background work, and you're like,
right.
oh.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was trying to have a conversation with them. The conversation had changed. Oh, that's good. Like, it's just weird. But
did he give you his headshot?
No,
like,
no,
hey man, can you take this? Can you give me some advice?
It's just a weird thing. Some people are gonna think I sound like an asshole here, but I'm not at all. It's just like don't like just say what you're doing.
Advice from somebody who has a billion credits on IMDb.
No, I just don't, you know, I just don't get it. And then they put credits on IMDb, and all their credits say uncredited, 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 uncredited. Why would you do that?
So if I have an IMDb, do I get a credit for this? Yes, right?
You get a credit for Beer League. It's not up yet. Beer League. Well, no, you're a character. You have a line.
No, I have a line.
But I'm not.
It got cut, but fuck it. No, it was better than
I'm not demeaning any of that. But just especially if you don't know the person, you're having a conversation. You want to know, oh, who's your agent? How'd it go? How was your audition? Would you work? Was it cool? Yeah. And it turns out like it's a different thing. It's like saying you're an electrician and I don't know. I don't know why I'm weird. I don't even know why I brought that up. It's just something that annoys my soul. My brother's gonna yell at me for that. But still, I get my brother listens to the show and then I get yelled at a week later when he catches up.
Oh, by the way, I was just curious, you know, the Knicks with their win last night is now over 500. They're over 500 in the first 7 games for the first time in 5 years. So they haven't been this good this early in 5 years. So Jimmy, that just makes your point null and void.
Okay, I'm so glad. Well, listen, I realize how many championships Mike Brown has won. I realized he's been coaching 25 years. He's one of the greatest coaches of all time. I'm glad.
You better believe it. Put some respect on his name.
Yeah, he's got nothing. He stinks too. And Thibodeau's just cashing a paycheck. One thing we got to bring up. Have you watched the show Chair Company yet?
Dude. Okay. You know what I mean? You know, and I texted you after I finished the first episode.
Are you caught up?
I've been saying yes. There's only 3 episodes, right? I think there might be a 4th that I missed, but I've been saying
there last night.
I have the worst pillow in town for the last 3 days. The most irrelevant part of one of the episodes. He's so mad, so distraught, and he's trying to sleep. He's like, I have the worst pillow in town. No sense, makes 0 sense, and it's amazing.
The guy Tim Robinson, who plays the lead,
funny as fuck.
He's the weirdest actor, quirkiest thing. First of all, the name of the show is called The Chair Company. I'm not going to tell
HBO Max, by the way.
HBO Max. I get mixed up sometimes. Yeah, don't listen to anyone. Just watch it. Because I can't, like, I couldn't explain. If I had to write a paper on the show, I wouldn't know. It's the oddest, I don't know how this writer, how the fuck did he come up with this? It's like, it's about a chair. I don't know how to word it. But the lead actor is Lake Bell, who's a big voiceover girl. She plays the wife, but this lead actor, he's mesmerized. To me, he's like a young Bob Odenkirk in that I can't get. He's so weird and quirky, and it's just awesome.
Have you seen his sketch comedy on Netflix? I think you
No,
should
I
leave.
don't. No.
Dude. There is some. It's
So
they're all.
you know of this guy?
No. I watched that after I saw the chair cover because I was at the barber and I was telling my barber, I'm like, oh man, my guy Jimmy put me onto this. It's called the chair cover. He's like, bro, that's amazing. But have you seen what he's done prior? And I'm like, no.
See, I gotta look. I'm sure it's great,
bro. Sketch comedy. It's all sketch comedy, so it's like 15-minute episodes.
Right.
But it's like if you've ever watched
Netflix?
like if you've ever watched like Key and Peele, you know what I mean, like just like
thing.
little sketch comedy. Some of them are to me are like misses, but when he hits,
yes,
you are
like
hurting in your side.
This
so
show,
funny.
This show is just I have no idea where it's going, and I'm willing to bet this might be one of those shows that only the first season works. You ever see shows like that because it's so ridiculous?
Yeah.
But I just think this guy. I think it's gonna be one of those like.
He is bizarre,
but it's not like R-rated or anything, and it's something. It's not like Monster, which nobody should watch.
No, nobody.
And yeah, nobody should watch. I still have like the nipples chair and the just that show is quirky as hell.
Yeah,
yeah. But the Chair Company is a recommended show by the Jimmy Palumbo Show. Well, all right. That's about it here. Don't forget, One Bite Creative. Give Brian a call, 323-316-8064 for all your website needs. Oh, wait. One quick thing. Beer League is doing really well. Don't forget.
Weren't we supposed to get some more numbers on Friday? Did we get them or you got them? I don't know.
I didn't get them yet, but we have a call.
Got to talk to Mr. Sonkin. We got to talk to Sunk.
I will tell everyone that episode 2 and 3 are now written. We're no, I shouldn't say written. Well, they're first drafts, so which we got it sketched out.
Tom Baldinger pissed me off last night, by the way.
What did he do last night?
Golden rule number 1: you don't text me during a Cowboy game ever. Right?
I'll tell him that.
Golden rule number 2: his text was, "Hey Dave, are you watching the Cowboys game?"
He doesn't know. He doesn't.
Tom.
No, he don't know. That's not. You know what? That's a rookie mistake.
It is a rookie mistake. He's like, I got him in a parlay. And I was like, I want to reply, I don't give a flying fuck about your parlay right now. But I just refrained and just didn't answer.
I'm going to bust his balls at 4:50 an hour. I almost broke the rule last night because I was watching the game going like, Dave's got to be out of his mind right now. Not in a way like, field goal missed at the end of the game. It was a different. I knew. I was
it was definitely a different feel.
I was like, "This is."
There was a lot of moments last night where I went like, my simple reaction was, and I was just like, like you just laugh because you laugh because you don't want to cry.
Let me tell you what I did during the Giant game. My buddy came over to watch the game.
Lawn, rake the leaves.
No, my buddy Jeff Canner came over to watch the game. My buddy said, "Hey, I'm going to see the new Springsteen movie at 4."
There it is, baby. Now it's time to get excited. The Dallas Cowboys are trading for Quinnen Williams, sending a first-round pick to the Jets. The Cowboys got themselves a D tackle, one of the best in the league. That's what we needed. Baby, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Jerry Jones, you thief. By the way, it won't matter fucking anything, but this is big. So,
well, I don't even know. Go. I don't even know the player you're talking about.
How do you not?
Very easily. He's from the Jets?
Yeah, but he's one of the better D tackles in football.
All right. Yeah. We'll see.
The first round pick, though.
So
here goes that draft. But fuck it.
I will. So my buddy says I'm going to a 4:00 movie. And I had my buddy Jeff Cantor over. We made we had some pizza. We were sitting around watching the game. And then I realized the Giant game I said, you know what? If the Giants fall behind by 17 or more, we left the Giant game with minutes to go see the Springsteen movie, which by the way I am not a Bruce Springsteen fan. I never owned a Bruce Springsteen album. I saw him once, was blown away by the concert. Loved it. I don't
like. You know what I don't like though.
But the movie was dark.
But I heard
that. I thought it was cool. It's hard in a movie to show depression and stuff like that without those long beats and silences and stuff. Right. Very well acted. I liked it, but I think the casual Springsteen fan is going to be like, oh, I thought it was going to be like, yay, born in the U.S. and all the people on stage and his wife and the guitar player. No, it's about his personal. It's about a 2 or 3 year period in his life where Nebraska and Born in the USA album before they came out, and man, he went through some dark times, and they covered that very well.
Yeah, I heard some decent things about the movie, but I will say this. I really don't like, and again, I'm not a political dude. Today's election day. Go make your fucking shit heard, right? Go do your thing. But like, I don't like when like people like, for instance, Robert De Niro.
Same thing.
One of my favorite actors of all time, right? He goes and does his thing, right? And he's anti this, anti that, whatever. But I'm like, I'm not going to be like, oh, De Niro's in the movie? Ha, I can't possibly watch it. No, it's still fucking Robert De Niro. You know what I mean? Like
some people are like that, man.
I have family that it's like that. You know, like I'm like, oh, Springsteen, yeah, great music. Oh, I can't listen to Springsteen anymore. Why? You know why? Go just some of the greatest. Born to Run is one of my favorite songs of all time. You know, all of a sudden you're just like, nope, Democrat. And I'm like, you're a loser, dude. You're a loser. Just stop being a loser and just enjoy the shit that we put out. Like it's entertainment.
I agree. But you know, the movie's very good. It's very well acted. I think you'll dig it. But it's a little dark. But sometimes it's good to watch a movie like that. So that is it there.
All right.
That's about all I got. The Beer League's doing well on 213 TV. 213.
Watch 213.tv. Go check it out.
Yes, go check it out. We got episodes that are drafted out. We're trying to figure out a way for David Destruction. Episode 2, you're probably not going to be in.
Oh, son, I'm not watching this shit.
Because it's only. By the way, that's because of salary cap. We can only afford to have 2 people. It's going to be a smaller thing. But the 3rd episode will be bigger. We're probably going to be flying through somehow. So we'll get you in there.
Yeah.
And that'll do it here. Thanks to Daryl Clark and Tyson Hogan for Patreons and giving me their picks. And that's it. So Rutgers, Maryland this week. Giants, I don't even know they have a bye. I don't even know they play. And so anyway.
Giants play
they're 2-7. The Giants.
Yeah, it's rough.
What if the Giants lose and the Jets win? They both have
I'm giggling at 2-7 as if my Cowboys aren't 3-5-1. One more win than the New York Giants. That
you know what? Wait a minute. Here's trivia. See if anybody knows this. Has a team that ever got, if you know the answer to this, I'll shit in my hat. Has a team that ever had a tie won the Super Bowl?
I gotta say no. I gotta say no.
I think
in
when
fact,
you tie,
know what? Hold on. I gotta Google this.
I think when you tie, does that mean
Has
you're
a team
legally
ever had a tie in its record and won the Super? There's no way.
There's no way.
According to the Google machine, no team has ever won the Super Bowl with a tie in their record.
And so the Packers and
the losing record,
never
worst regular season record to ever win a Super Bowl were the Giants in 2011 at 9-7, and they won the Super Bowl.
Wow, that's nuts. That's so.
Well, guess what? That
okay.
happened. So anyway,
now also one last thing. Rutgers one year was 0-2 to start the season. Think about that. If that happened, if that happened to me now, I would.
Bears Giants, by the way, it's Caleb Williams coming out party, and that might mean more than just football. By the way,
the Bears. All of a sudden, the Bears. Everybody thinks the Bears are 85.
My trivia question: what color nails will Caleb Williams have against the Giants? Anyway, good night, everybody.
All right, that's the end of our show. We'll see you next week.
Good night.